You can almost feel the buzz around artificial intelligence right now, can't you? It's just everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Presented as the ultimate game changer, the secret recipe for competitive dominance. Feels like this endless well of opportunity. But here's the fascinating question we're tackling in this deep dive. Can AI truly provide a sustainable competitive advantage?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
We're diving into some really thought-provoking insights from the MIT Sloan Management Review, specifically an article called Why AI Will Not Provide Sustainable Competitive Advantage.
And that's a premise that probably surprises a lot of people.
I think so.
The article argues that, well, AI will undoubtedly transform economies, sure, and lift markets as a whole.
Right.
But lasting differentiation, the kind that really sets a company apart long term, that's actually going to be built on, human creativity, human passion, not the AI itself.
Okay, so our mission today is to unpack exactly why AI, even with all its immense power, might actually lead to, well, homogenization, everyone doing the same thing.
It's exactly sameness.
Rather than unique differentiation. And maybe more importantly, we're going to try and reveal where that true, lasting competitive advantage still resides for businesses trying to navigate this AI world.
Let's do it.
So let's start by just acknowledging the undeniable impact. AI is streamlining processes, it's boosting productivity,
No question.
redefining skill sets, unlocking incredible potential from data. I mean, the progress is relentless. It's getting more capable so fast. That much seems clear.
It is, but what's truly critical here, the counter-argument, is that despite all that power, AI will also become increasingly, well, ubiquitous.
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 Okay.
We're seeing algorithms and training data becoming commodities, really. Hardware competition is fierce. Technical talent is actually surprisingly plentiful.
Interesting.
And open source models are reliably chipping away at what used to be unique corporate offerings. It just means AI will soon be economical for basically everyone to deploy.
And competition will demand it, right?
Yeah.
Just to stay in the game.
Competition will absolutely demand it. You'll have to use it just to keep pace.
Okay, so the core dilemma then.
Mhm.
If everyone has access to the same tech, even if it's new and valuable, how can it uniquely advantage any one company?
Precisely.
How can it be the centerpiece of a sustained advantage if everybody's got it?
Well, it can't, really. And history gives us a clear parallel here. Think about personal computers.
Yeah.
Or the internet. Even things like semiconductor fabs or blockchain, genetic sequencing.
Right, they were all revolutionary.
Utterly revolutionary at the time. But eventually, they became equally accessible. They're foundational now, essential even, but they don't differentiate you anymore.
Okay.
AI is heading down that same path. See, for an advantage to be truly sustainable, it needs three things. It must be valuable, unique to your organization, and crucially, inimitable. Hard for others to copy.
Valuable, unique, inimitable. Got it.
AI is unquestionably valuable, no doubt there. But it fails the other two tests. It's not unique to any single organization for long, and it's certainly not inimitable. It's actually going to be a source of homogenization, like you said. Sameness, not separation.
So, for example, when AI helps boost creative processes or gives productivity gains, say, in software development, or surfaces new patterns in data, those gains, because they come from AI, are digital. They're copyable, scalable.
Easily copied, scaled, repeatable, predictable, uniform. Yeah.
So everyone using the tool gets those benefits, which kind of neutralizes any unique edge one company might have had initially.
That's the homogenizing effect, exactly.
Right. Now, I can hear people thinking, but wait, many companies believe they can protect an AI advantage. They point to, deep pockets for investment, access to hardware,
Sure.
novel algorithms they're developing, maybe advanced models, superior engineering talent, or maybe the big one, proprietary data.
Right. Those are the common arguments.
Isn't the whole point of having, say, billions to invest or unique data, isn't that supposed to create an exclusive moat? How can a company not gain a sustainable edge from that?
It's a really common and understandable assumption, but when you actually unpack each of those supposed advantages, you see why they tend not to be sustainable in the long run.
Okay, let's break them down. Capital and hardware. Big investments.
Yeah, so capital and hardware, sure. Massive investments can train the largest models, the GPT-4s, the Geminis. But, and this is key, scaling laws show diminishing returns.
Diminishing returns.
These huge models are often only a few percentage points better than their predecessors on standard tests, despite truly colossal, eye-watering investments.
Wow.
Plus, the semiconductor industry just keeps marching on. Hardware gets better, cheaper, more widely available, and crucially, smaller models like the 7 billion parameter ones, they're improving incredibly fast.
Right.
Sometimes performing as well as yesterday's 70 billion parameter models. So that high-end hardware becomes less of a unique differentiator over time.
So pouring money in gives less and less of an edge, and the tech itself becomes more accessible anyway. Like putting more fuel in a fast car, diminishing returns, and soon everyone else gets the same fuel too.
That's like an analogy.
What about novel algorithms then? If you invent something new?
The AI research community, it has this incredibly strong culture of sharing, openness.
Right, publishing papers, open source.
Exactly. Key results, architectures, software frameworks, they often get published openly very quickly. This culture, combined with intense academic interest, means fundamental algorithmic insights spread rapidly. Everyone adopts them. There's really no secret formula that lasts for long.
Okay, no secret formula. And talent. What if you hire all the smartest AI engineers? Doesn't that give you an edge?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But the technical job market is surprisingly fluid. And it's getting more crowded. AI PhDs are being produced faster than almost any other specialization in computer science right now.
Didn't realize it was that fast.
It is. And on top of that, think about all the free online materials, the courses, the tutorials. People can bootstrap their skills relatively easily now. So both the super high-end and the entry-level talent are becoming less scarce than you might think.
Okay, talent is less of a bottleneck too. That brings us to proprietary data. This feels like the strongest case, right? If you have unique data, no one else has.
It does often feel like the strongest argument, but even here, there are pressures eroding its uniqueness, its inimitability.
Like what?
Well, first, most large models actually derive a lot of their training data from the same big, open, or licensed data sets, so their core capabilities end up being inherently similar.
Okay, common foundations.
Second, synthetic data is getting really good. It's improving models and reducing costs, lessening the need for massive, unique, real-world data sets.
Right, generating data instead of collecting it.
And third, the whole research community is intensely focused on making models more statistically efficient, meaning big data might not be the protective moat it once was, because models will need less data to learn effectively.
Efficiency eats into the data advantage.
Exactly. Plus, AI models are becoming more like generalists. They're broadly competent, and you can often adapt them to specific proprietary tasks with only a relatively small amount of your unique data, fine-tuning.
So the big data advantage shrinks because you only need a little bit of specific data to customize these general models.
Precisely. The barrier keeps lowering.
Okay, so it really sounds like the lowering costs, the commoditization of algorithms and data approaches, the convergence of the tech stack. It all points to companies needing to look elsewhere for a truly sustainable advantage.
That's the core message, yes.
So where does the real gold lie then, if not in the AI tech itself?
You've hit on the key point. This leads us to the concept the article highlights. Residual heterogeneity.
Residual heterogeneity. Okay, sounds academic. What does it mean?
Yeah, it does sound a bit academic. But it's really the strategic goal. It's a company's ability to do something, to create something unique that goes beyond what's accessible to everyone else through standard AI, even as AI makes many capabilities the same for everyone.
So finding what's left over, the part AI can't easily replicate.
That's a great way to put it, finding that special something AI can't replicate.
Can you give us a concrete example? Make it less abstract?
Sure, certainly. Let's think about, generative AI digital mental health therapists. It's a field exploding right now.
Okay, yeah. AI therapists.
Lots of startups are racing to create low-cost versions, and they will be disruptive, no doubt. They'll likely fill a huge unmet need.
Makes sense.
However, since they'll probably all build on very similar AI platforms, like, models from the big tech giants or maybe powerful open source ones, these silicon therapists, as the article calls them, they'll likely perform pretty similarly.
So the core AI won't be the differentiator for long.
Exactly. Their core AI capability itself won't give them a sustainable advantage. That will get copied or matched quickly.
So where does the lasting advantage come from in that example?
It will likely come from things like cultivating novel business relationships to access specific patient groups, or maybe building grassroots networks through relationship-based referrals, perhaps delivering the service in a uniquely frictionless way via social media channels they build up.
So the human elements around the tech,
Yeah.
the relationships, the delivery, the specific market access.
Precisely. The advantage will not be some breakthrough in the AI therapy model itself, because that kind of advance will evaporate quickly as others catch up or as open source alternatives emerge. It's the stuff around the AI.
And this ties back to a distinction we often talk about, right?
Yeah.
AI is amazing at interpolation, finding patterns within the data it was trained on.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it still lags humans significantly in extrapolation, making leaps beyond the data.
Yeah.
How does that core difference play into this?
That's a crucial connection. AI algorithms, especially generative ones, are incredibly adept at finding patterns, correlations, styles in their training data, and then combining or recombining them in novel ways.
Like the AI art generators mixing styles.
Perfect example. They excel at copying existing styles or blending them, but they really struggle to define genuinely new primal artistic styles from scratch. Or think about language models. They can regurgitate arithmetic facts because they saw patterns like 2 + 2 4 millions of times.
Right.
But they often can't solve arbitrary, novel mathematical or logical problems reliably because they don't build a deep, flexible world model that allows for true extrapolation. They're pattern matchers, fundamentally.
Whereas humans.
Well, fundamental hallmarks of our intelligence include seeing truly novel possibilities, forging unexpected connections between disparate ideas, making inductive leaps, those leaps of logic, that's still largely unmatched by current AI. So the conclusion here is that human creativity, human drive, passion, ingenuity, that will be the greatest source of sustainable advantage companies can actually rely on, especially in an uncertain future shaped by AI.
So it's less about owning the best AI and more about cultivating the best people who can use the AI in unique ways.
You got it. It means investing in untapped individual potential, promoting training and upskilling so people can leverage these tools effectively, and really rewarding the kind of innovation that AI can't replicate. Cultivating that human capital is what will sustain companies.
A powerful reminder, really. The great companies built long before this AI era, they succeeded because of uniquely human qualities, right? Drive, passion, ingenuity, strategy.
Absolutely.
And those very qualities, it seems, remain absolutely key elements of any long-term business strategy, even now, maybe especially now.
I think especially now, yes.
What a profound shift in perspective this deep dive offers then. AI, incredibly powerful tool, a universal accelerator, going to lift entire markets. But maybe not the ultimate source of unique, lasting differentiation for any single business.
That's the core takeaway. True competitive advantage, the kind that lasts, continues to stem from those inherently human capabilities, creativity, forging unique relationships, strategic insight that goes beyond the readily replicable tech. That's where you'll find the lasting edge.
So, thinking about everything we've unpacked here, a question for you listening. What existing business processes or innovative ideas or maybe unique human relationships in your world seem most resistant to this AI homogenization effect?
Yeah, that's the critical question.
And how can you maybe strategically invest in and amplify those uniquely human strengths? It's a fascinating thought to chew on, isn't it?